theory that explains everything explains nothing. And to be sure, the theory of catastrophic anthropogenic climate change appears to explain everything. After all, we all know that climate change makes for shorter winters, except for when it makes for harsher winters. And climate change means less snow, except for when climate change means more snow. And climate change causes droughts in California and floods in Texas and Oklahoma, and generally makes wet places wetter and dry places drier, except when it makes wet places drier and dry places wetter. And climate change causes more hurricanes at the same time as it causes less hurricanes. Climate change causes more rain but less water, and less rain but more water. Climate change decreases the spread of malaria at the same time as it increases the spread of malaria, but don't worry, the Terminator himself advises us not to listen to those climate change cynics. Hey guys? Do I need to go on? Oh, okay. Climate change makes San Francisco foggier. Climate change makes San Francisco less foggy. Climate change causes duller autumn leaves. Climate change causes more colorful autumn leaves. Climate change makes for less salty seas. Climate change makes for saltier seas. Climate change causes the polar ice caps to melt. Climate change causes the polar ice caps to freeze. Climate change makes the Earth hotter, unless the Earth isn't getting hotter, in which case climate change can explain that too. What's the problem here? This sounds like the perfect scientific theory. It can explain literally everything, including self-contradictory things. This means it's absolutely perfect, isn't it?
The global warming alarm is dressed up as science, but it's not science. It's propaganda.
You can't say that CO2 will drive climate. It certainly never did in the past.
If the CO2 increases in the atmosphere as a greenhouse gas, then the temperature will go up. But the ice core record shows exactly the opposite. So the fundamental assumption, the most fundamental assumption of the whole theory of climate change due to humans is shown to be wrong.
If we would do more on climate change, we'd have fewer of these hurricanes and other types of storms. Everyone knows that?
No, everyone doesn't know that. Listen to Congress's own hearings.
Are hurricanes increasing?
In the United States and globally, no.
Are tornadoes increasing?
There's no evidence to suggest that they've been increased.
Are droughts increasing?
According to the EPA and according to the IPCC, the answer is no.
You wouldn't know that watching CNN.
There will be irreversible damage to the planet.
The media do hype every scare. And when Morano says they exaggerate the risks, they call him evil personified, a climate denier.
Why should we believe you? You get money from the fossil fuel industry.
ExxonMobil, Chevron funded.
Yeah.
Not at all. I'm paid by over about 90% individual contributions from around the country. Why would ExxonMobil give me money? We would gladly accept the money, but they're not interested. They want to appear green.
Cut their greenhouse gas emissions in half.
Morano's movie also frustrates activists because it points out how hypocritical some of them are.
Ladies and gentlemen, the thrice-nominated Leonardo DiCaprio.
I try to live a green lifestyle, quote unquote. I mean, I've done the things that I can do in my house to make my house green, energy efficient appliances. I drive a hybrid car.
Bet he didn't drive his hybrid to
a billionaire summer party in Sicily with celebs like Leonardo DiCaprio, Katy Perry, all in attendance. They all came together to discuss, wait for it, you guys want to guess? Don't read the prompter, don't read. Okay, global warming.
The climate crisis. We only have a few months left. A Swedish professor saying that we can eat dead people, but that's not fast enough. So I think your next campaign slogan has to be this: we got to start eating babies. We don't have enough time. There's too much CO2.
Panelists, what percent of our atmosphere is CO2?
Repeat that question.
What percent of our atmosphere is CO2, carbon dioxide?
About 5%.
5?
We'll go 7.
I'll see their 5 and suggest that we know that transportation causes 49% of CO2, so that's why we're all working on energy transition.
All right. So what number do you think it is?
5.
5. Do you have one, Mr. Boyd?
So we got a 5, 7, 8. I'm going to hit the high end.
All right. The answer is 0.04%. Not 1%, not half of a percent. It's 0.04%. It's gone up from 0.03 in the last couple of decades. This is what we're being all contorted into doing, is this tiny change in CO2. If we get below 0.02, plant life starts dying.
We got to start eating babies.